Hey guys, welcome to a web series where I'm going to show you how to config and upload any plugin that's on the Asgard server and any plugin that you want me to review on. But anyway, today we're going to be doing Permissions Bukkit, so let's get started. Anyway, if you don't know what Permissions Bukkit is, it's basically the successor of Permissions 3.0, which has been discontinued, and it's a lot easier and a lot better. But anyway, go into the first link in the description and you'll come in here with the little cool Santa Claus Gandhi man. And you can go down, and you're going to go down, and then you're going to go up because I just missed that. And you're going to go on Chris Def's Fix Build 1.2 jar recommended. If this video is a bit old when you're watching it, just go on the recommended version, it should be fine. You're going to click on that, save the jar to somewhere safe such as desktop, and then you're going to put it into your permissions folder. Anyway, I'm using Multicraft because I have a dedicated server host, but you might be using just have a server from your house, but it should be pretty self-explanatory. You're going to go into the plugins and then you're just going to drag and drop it in. In my case, I'm going to upload, choose file and so on, but I've already got that done. Then you should have a permissions jar. You should look for it somewhere. There we are, Permissions Bukkit jar. And then you're just going to reset the server. I'm not going to reset my server because people are on it. But just reset the server and you should be fine. The next thing you're going to do is, after the server's reset, you're just going to look here and search for Permissions Bukkit folder. Then you're going to go into it and you're going to get the config. You're going to open the config in whatever editing software you use. I'm using Notepad++. But yeah. Alright, so you've got standard users here, you've got groups down here. First we're going to have a look at groups, okay? So your groups might not be called this, I've changed mine, you can name it whatever you want. For instance, I'll name this Goat Tamer. And yeah, these are the permission nodes it has. To get permission nodes, you just go on whatever plugin you're using on their site, and it should say permission nodes somewhere. Go on there and just copy these in. Okay, so this is where the difference between permissions comes in. Okay, on the old permissions you just had permissions.build. You couldn't change it. In this one, I don't want to make people build because someone's griefed and I don't trust them anymore. False. Oh, I trust people now. True. You don't have to go, oh, delete permissions.build. Oh, permission. Oh, I want them to build now. Oh. Do this. Alright, you don't want to do that. You can just change it with 4 letters, sorry. But anyway, these are permission nodes they have, and they're pretty simple actually, just false and true. Anyway, now we move up to the next tier, Citizen. These obviously have a lot more plugins and a lot more freedom. And then you go down, Inheritance Outsider. So they inherit all of these plugins from the Outsider, or the Goat Tamer as it's known now. I'll just change it back. They inherit all those plugins so you don't have to type them in again. But that can be changed to inherit from Noble and so on and so forth. Same set out here, just add the permission node in, make it true or false. Now we have Noble. Noble's a one I've made just ahead of Citizen, for very trusted citizens. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to make one now. So basically, you're just going to delete that. Okay, you're going to copy a, let's say, just let me delete that, put it back. You're going to copy, say, citizens, and then you're going to delete all of these permissions here. Okay, once you've deleted all the permissions, you can rename it, and then you can just add in a few permissions that citizens don't have, such as the permission to kick, jail, unjail, take and purge money. And then you're going to put the inheritance from citizens, so they get all of these plugins and they get these extra plugins here. Now we move on to moderator. Moderator, of course, is pretty self-explanatory. You do all the same, but you don't have to add Noble because they inherit from Noble, which inherits from Citizen. So Noble inherits Citizen, so it has all of those plugins, and then Mod inherits from Noble, so it gets all of them plugins before it, if you know what I mean. Admin is pretty simple, and if you want to actually, there's no command to control any like permission. That's just /op, and then you'll be able to do that. But if you don't want to do that, you can do, say, permissions dot, and then you can do a star. This works with essentials dot star, LWC dot star, and then colon, then true. A star basically means universal permission, and they inherit from the user because they own everything, and it doesn't really matter what they inherit. Now we're going to move on to the groups. I mean the users. Sorry. Alright. The main thing about users is you can give players certain things. So if you have a system, which I do, which the people who join are outsiders for the first, let's say, 7 days or whatever time limit you set, they're just gonna be, let's say you want to make a new user, just copy Kenyon's, for example, Kenyon 11, but his name's Bill Jones because he's a badass. Okay, Bill Jones is going to be an outsider. And then he's been on for a week, so you're like, oh yeah, let's make Bill a citizen. And then Bill's proper, really trusted guy. Instead, you don't want to make him a noble. You just want to keep him as a citizen, so you can add him an extra plugin. Bill's really good with LWC, I was noticing this morning. So lwc.mod or .star, then we're going to go /true. So he's a citizen, but he's the only citizen who has the permissions to use LWC mod, and that can be very useful in many situations. So we're just going to delete Bill Jones because unfortunately no one called Bill Jones is on the server. If you know anyone called that, make him apply. And speaking of applying, if you want to, links in the description. Alright, so that's basically all covered. Hopefully you liked it. If you wanted any help or want to know more, just leave a comment. If you liked it, subscribe. And hopefully it was a good first video. Again, as I said at the start of the video, we're going to be going through all the plugins on Asgard, so I reckon you apply on the whitelist and go on the website to see what other plugins I'll be doing. But that's it to start off with, so have a nice day.